Canada just squeaks by. They just squeaked by Switzerland in the World Junior Championship. Stick around. Lots of stuff to talk about today on In the Crease. Tommy C. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Crease with Tommy C. We got the Dead of Dave. Dead of Dave.
Where am I?
Where? I don't know.
What is this place?
You've been doing so much wrestling.
Familiar.
You've been doing so much.
I feel like I'm home.
You look like that Rock. The Rock. Home.
The Rock finally comes home.
That was one of the great wrestling promos of all time, and
Years ago.
I know it was in recent history, the greatest comeback and probably the best kept secret in WWE history. Oh, we can't talk about that, but I will talk about that towards the end if we want. Canada just squeaks by Switzerland, showing more and more over time the German-speaking countries, countries like Denmark, they may not have the talent, but those guys show up to play. More and more. Every year in these tournaments, even in the Worlds, you cannot take lightly the untraditional hockey countries, which is just great news for hockey overall. And you got to keep alert. But Canada does what Canada did. I mean, they dropped 2 goals in the first period to this team. They dropped the first goal yesterday against Denmark. And they typically find a way to win, and that's what champions do.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
100%.
Playing from behind against inferior teams is not the way that you win championships.
Canada does
And
that.
I'm afraid it might catch up to. I watched more of this game than I usually would of a Junior Worlds because, as you know, and most people probably know, I'm not like a big Junior World type of guy. But this was an intriguing hockey game, a hockey match.
Yeah,
It was
it's a
actually
match.
really intriguing to watch because, God, was that Canadian power play utterly fucking useless in this game.
Yeah, it's really bad when they have all that talent. I mean, a lot of these guys are NHL material already. I think Strom's played in the for the Coyotes already, if I'm not mistaken. It is a little fun. I think it also shows you that there may not be that much of a jump, or as much of a jump as maybe when me and you were kids, from the NHL to the international pool, and that's good. I want players.
It's good for hockey.
The depth is important. I really think the especially like when the Soviet Union fell apart, the NHL was like, let's expand. We're getting all the Russians. The problem was because the economy went down the toilet and the Soviets could no longer really make hockey slaves. We didn't for really during the dead puck era, we didn't see as many great hockey players coming out of the Soviet system. Now things have turned around over the last 20 years. We're seeing more players, and we're getting them from other countries. The only sad part of this whole thing, why Austria and Switzerland and even Denmark are making pushes forwards. What happened to Germany? They used to be
Deutschland, man. What the hell?
they used to be the bottom tier, just below Slovakia, and now they're not even a factor anymore. That's a story for another time. But I did enjoy this game. I love it. The thing about international sports is when you get a country like a Denmark, like a Switzerland, and they're taking on a Team USA, a Team Russia, it's always good. It doesn't matter if they're kids. It's always good, and I just want them to win. Yeah, Canada, I know I love you, but I want you to lose. I'm sick of you winning. I'm sick of you winning.
What I like about the Swiss team is they were my favorite word of teams. They were plucky.
Plucky.
They played unbelievably well against a team that, let's face it, Canada's got a shit ton more talent, but that Swiss coach, that bald-headed Mr. Clean-looking dude, he was up in there. He was animated. He was not letting that team quit. So, and this is a Swiss team that have gotten beaten handily the last 2 games. I mean, this is not a team that was coming in with any momentum. And Canada really need to look at this as a little bit of a wake-up call.
Sure.
They can get beaten. They've been beaten in this tournament. They can be beaten in this tournament. If they're not careful, they will be beaten in this tournament.
Yeah, but the thing is about the Canadians is they always do this. They always show up. Everybody always panics, and they always find a way, whether it's the Olympics or a tournament like this. It's always like, holy shit, what are they losing to Denmark for? And then they win the whole thing. They get in trouble in the preliminary rounds, and then they win the whole thing. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Sweden, even... the United States, let's see, where is this all right? Yeah, the United States is only 1-1. Who the hell did they lose to? They lost to Sweden. Admittedly, that's a tough opponent. Canada's 1-1 because they lost to the United States. Sweden's 2-0. That's not terribly shocking. And now, obviously, an eliminated Swiss team. Yeah, you're right, Dave. You know what? We got nothing to play for, but we're going to show the best hockey country in the world. We're going to remind them that we don't quit. There's no you don't get a draft pick when you tank. You know, and I think that's what I take away from this the most. In Group B, Russia appears to be. Let's see, they're 2-1 with an OT win, so they're technically 3-1. Czech Republic right below them. Finland, not looking so good.
They're the hosting country.
Yeah, they're the host country.
Big right?
Oh, that's another thing I want to point out. Rocking crowd in Finland. We shouldn't be surprised by that. That felt like an NHL game, the way the presentation, the music that was in between. Rocking crowd, really into it. A lot of Canadians are there. But Finland's a real hockey country. I think we can it's not a developing hockey country. It's a hockey country.
One more quick note on the Swiss team.
Yeah.
The fact that they're eliminated, and that does suck and everything, but the fact that they came to play against a team that outgunned them, that's good for the future of Sweden hockey.
Swiss hockey.
Swiss hockey, excuse me. Swiss hockey. Yeah. It's good for the youngsters. They're going to see that, and they're going to be like, yeah. Fuck the Canadians.
Yeah, we could do this.
Yeah,
It's not impossible. Hey, look. The Americans, the good thing about hockey is, and a lot of people don't know this, if you get dazzled by sort of the Soviet way of looking things with just skill alone isn't going to get you by. You do have a certain amount of character, and if you do have the right defensive system or a system that takes advantage of turnovers, you can beat teams better than you. Yeah. Ask the 1980 American Olympic team. Systems, you can overcome. That's the good thing about hockey. It balances. It keeps Patrick Kane's of the world and Johnny Gaudreau's of the world from just taking over the game and really becoming Michael Jordan's. You can beat a team game, can beat superior skill. So as the Chicago Blackhawks know, you balance. And I still believe in diversity more than I do analytics. Really enjoyed the hell out of that team. Everybody, welcome back, Dead on Dave!
Yay!
Got your shirt? Your wife dropped it off today. And
it's pretty wonderful.
I want to show everybody this. Well, hell, I guess I'll show you.
Mine's hanging up on the wall.
You're sure, but I want to show you something because we were very appreciated. So I'm putting no, I don't know. That's not the shot. Okay, I want to shot at me. Okay, here. This is what you gave me.
Yeah.
You can look at your Skype, right? Don't mess with my daddy. The only thing I'm very thankful. I'm glad it's not Kylo Nim or whatever his name is. It's the original.
If I could have found a Kylo Ren one, believe me, you would have got it. But you know what? We're starting this kid off right
real Darth
with
Vader.
some Darth Vader badassery.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: he was one of the few things I really liked about the film. I had no problem with that kid's performance whatsoever. I actually really enjoyed it.
I loved emo Kylo.
But this
great.
is really nice. My wife wanted to thank you personally. I wanted to let everybody know that this
love
is
you,
like
Andy,
super
you know
duper
that.
cool. And everybody, Karn Johnson, welcome back, Dead on Dave. I hope Tommy and Dave argue over Star Wars. I don't know what's to argue about.
I have nothing to argue about.
Dave likes recycled stuff. I don't.
No.
It's just a matter how you look at it, you know.
You know what? I'm gonna go Frozen. I'm just gonna let it go.
I don't think that's what they want, Dave.
No, of course, but you know what? I'm not here to give them what they want.
You wanted to buy your T-shirt, don't you? By the way, I did get the T-shirt name wrong. It's deadondave.spreadshirt.com, correct?
There you go.
All right, I'm sorry about that. But
That's
yeah, get that on Dave's T-shirt. It looks fucking awesome. It looks cool. I dig it. And
there's a lot more to choose from now, man. You go check out that website. There's so much stuff there. Thanks to Sal, the copious graphics guru, Sal, who, by the way, real quick shout out to Sal. He's in the hospital. He's not doing great. So get well soon, Sal. Thank you for all your hard work. I know Tommy loves you too. Yeah. So keep.
What's going on with Sal?
Get better. He's in the hospital. He's just not feeling well. He might have to have some surgery. He's not doing well.
Well, get better, Sal. Okay. Sal's one of the few guys that watch me on Twitch. So
he
get
writes
better real
me
soon.
And he goes, hey, I know I haven't gotten any graphics lately, but you know I'm in the hospital. My connection here sucks, so I can't do it.
Come on, guys. Come on.
He's not. Man.
It's really not that not that important to get us this stuff. And
get better. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, get better real soon. Let me get this out. Belarus or Belarus, White Russia. Like, what do they call it? White Russia, Red Russia, Blue Russia,
That's
Green
a
Russia,
drink.
White Russia.
A white Russian.
Well, I have a Belarus waitress that works at the Scottish restaurant down the street.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she's
there you go.
Belarusia. She calls herself a Belarusian. Russia defeats Belarus. Belarus is a funny country because they were one of the first. Well, they were one of the first people to say no more Soviets because they were part of the Soviet Union at one point. And they were the only country to go back to a Soviet-style system after after the wall fell. They're like, you know what? We like being ruled.
Bad.
Yeah, it just sucks. We're going back to like they have. I don't think they're part of the European Union. They have they keep travel restrictions on them. I mean, it's just like they were the first ones to tell the Russians to fuck, and they were like, you know what, maybe the Russians can go fuck, but we'll fuck ourselves like the Russians used to. We'll go. Russia said go fuck yourself, and they did. That's really interesting. Take on Evander Kane. I don't want to harp on it. Take on Evander Kane.
Yeah, let's not get too far into it. Right now with the limited story that we have, it's hard to make any type of judgment. Gut feeling based off of his reaction, and the team seems confident in him. I think that he's probably going to get off here. I don't think he did anything. Let me say that. I'm thinking this is
a gut feeling, though. This is like
it's a gut feeling.
We don't know anything.
Little things like where it happened. It happened at a hotel that he has been living at for a long time. People know him there. There's probably good fucking surveillance and stuff. If there was something really to it by this point, and with the whole memory loss storyline that's happening right now with the with the alleged victim, to me, the same red flags are going off that went off to me with Patrick Kane. Because from the get-go, I didn't think Patrick Kane did it, and you kind of did.
Yeah, I did. I was a little worried.
So I'm kind of feeling the exact same way. But once again, it's all about I want to know more about what happened before I make any type of judgment on it. But gut feeling, I don't think he did a damn thing wrong.
The other thing is, because the thing is, you're getting in the same situation where we're getting to Patrick Kane, and boy, he took a deep breath when he said, I'm looking forward to Kane. But you can't look at stuff like that because everybody reacts to things differently, and it's not necessarily an indicator whether they're guilty or innocent. But and who wouldn't take a deep breath under circumstances like that? So
sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes it's a big black dick, according to George Carlin. And so I just wanted to get the thing. I really, the stuff that concerns me, because there's not that much to talk about, the stuff that concerns me the most is really basically for rape victims, and not in the way most people think. We just went through a situation where the media openly criticized the NHL's decisions to allow an innocent man to play. And then now we have another situation with another athlete, and if this athlete is also falsely accused, we're going to get a situation where we don't believe rape victims anymore. And I blame the media for that. There's an easy way to handle this. Take it as it comes. Don't do what we do. We're not reporters. Gut feelings, out the door. They are being a little quiet about it, but I don't think that has anything to do with their belief in innocence until proven guilty.
They're afraid of pissing off another group.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. He's black. They're afraid to piss off another group. Because people would tell us, well, they're being different around. People aren't, doing it social media. It has everything to do with him being a black, and it has nothing to do. The Not My NHL hashtag, let me be clear about this, was about blurring the lines of the presumption of innocence. That's all it was about, because at that time, we knew without a doubt that he was not going to get charged. And guys like Greg Wyshynski and Ryan Lampert and so on and so forth, Mark Lazarus, they want the accusation. The accusation is the evidence to them, so the NHL should suspend a guy based on some girl's accusation, which is just the precedent is just unbelievable.
Because it's bad enough that he was even accused of it, so get him off the ice.
Get him off the ice.
Insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It's just
that's a dangerous precedent. Because they feel it's like they think that everybody in this world is noble, and they don't go. There's no gold diggers out there. There's no fame whores out there. There's no people who are trying to take advantage of the system. What country are they living in?
I don't even believe it. I think it's about power. I think eventually.
I think it has something to do with
I think it like at first it's going to be rape, then it'll be other crimes. That'll be other crimes. I don't believe that guys like Greg Wyshynski actually believe in our Constitution and stuff like that. I don't think they either understand what makes the country a first world. The difference between the first world. That's one of the major differences between the first world. The first world, the presumption of innocence is imperative, and I don't believe they believe in a first world system. I think these guys grew up admiring Che Guevara. I do, and I think that's what it comes down to. So, hey, look, nothing's more disgusting than rape. You can use something as disgusting and something that makes people angry, like rape, as to change or blue lines and views. It's like Jen Neal said, change is scary. And that's the kind of change they want, totalitarian change. And I don't think that's a stretch.
No, I don't think it's a stretch. I don't think it's a stretch at all. Basically because of what they've shown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what the evidence is out there for you to make your own judgment. Yeah. It's kind of scary to think that is even a reality, because when you get rid of the presumption of innocence, you're not very far off from people getting dragged in the middle of the street and getting shot because of a goddamn accusation. Yeah. You're not that far off. It is that slippery of a slope. It's not a very long fucking ride.
And you start with rape and you work your way sideways. And that's what I think it's about. And then, I see Greg Wyshynski writing, we're going to be judged on the way we handled Kane number 1 and Kane number 2. You're damn right. From a lot of different groups, from a lot of different areas. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. Where do I find, what? Let's see. Hold on a second. Where do I find shootouts? I don't know. I don't know what the guy said. Whatever. We're going to find out. We're absolutely going to find out. I just got distracted by something. Hello to everybody. Hello to everybody.
Shiny lights.
I did. Yeah, I did. I just got kind of. I'm like a baby with the shiny light. Just kind of distracted there.
Shiny.
I don't talk about the Rangers enough. It looks like your boy from Chicago. Well, the guy we got from Kevin Hayes. He's gonna be a healthy scratch. And it's being reported that it is a tipping point. This is by NHL NBC Sports, by James O'Brien. Sometimes a young player needs a wake-up call. A few things set off alarm, quite like a healthy scratch. Perhaps the message to New York Rangers, and particularly coach Alain Vigneault, are trying to send Kevin Hayes. He's headed towards being a healthy scratch on Wednesday. According to Andrew Gross tweeted, AV has come to a tipping point with Kevin Hayes, says young forward. He has not worked hard enough this season. Real disappointing after the start of the season he has, how much he's contributed to the Rangers in the playoffs, how much faith I have in the guy. It's a little disconcerting to hear that the coach doesn't think you're working hard enough. My message to Kevin Hayes, this is what you're doing for good part of this is your career. Yeah. Take it deadly seriously.
Get a hold of it, but I don't know exactly what this means. He is 7th on the team in scoring. He's got 17 points on the year. He's only playing just under 14 minutes a game. He's not getting a whole hell of a lot of game time, but that could be indicative of his work ethic.
Yeah.
The kid's got some talent, but this could be as simple as a sophomore slump. So we'll see. I think a wake-up call is not a bad thing. I'm going to give complete benefit of the doubt to Alain Vigneault. This is a veteran team. There's some grizzled people on this team that they'll sit them down and get them right. So
you got to work hard to be on the New York Rangers. And I don't think Alain Vigneault, he's not a vicious or mean coach or stuff like that, but he'll play favorites. If he doesn't think you're there, he'll find a way. He's not going to make a big scene and run to the media like John Tortorella does. Let's
keep in mind here, this has something to do with the standings. I mean, this is not just about the Rangers either. Washington is running away with this conference.
Yeah, they're
right
starting
now.
to.
I mean, they have 56 points. The next is Montreal at 45, who, by the way, the Habs are 2-8 in their last 10. People are freaking out over what Washington's doing because there's no one close.
No.
Not in points and not in how they're playing. And I think the Rangers, this could be something that has to do with that just as much as it does Hayes' play on the ice.
They were leading the conference for a little while. They looked the best team outside of Montreal, and Montreal's taking a dip. And I almost say tooken. Do you believe that?
Tooken, nice.
My father. I can hear my father.
But if I would have told you that, your father, I could just see your father's hand coming through the screen, slapping you.
Saying that. It's funny. I heard Jersey Jason said, the Rangers exchanged their slow. The Rangers decided not to have a slow start in the season, so they're going to make up for it in December, which they did. They really made up for it in December. It's nice to see Ryan McDonough get back in the lineup. I don't know what to think. I feel like they're going to roll out of it. I still think they're an elite team. The thing that angers me the most is Lundqvist is having a career year. He's not getting any younger. How could you not play in front of him when he's playing like this? That's the thing that really bugs me the most. That's
what jumps
the
out to me
frustrating
is
thing.
they got to start playing better on the road. Plain and simple. They're 6-8-3 on the road.
Yeah.
This team is not playing well away from the Garden, so they got to get that figured out because great teams. That's what separates great from good is being able to win on the road. You got to be able to do it in the playoffs and in the regular season to get a better seeding for the playoffs. So. They got to get this going. And you know what? It's the Rangers. There's enough talent on this team. I think they're going to get it sorted out. I'm not overly worried.
No,
I'm
not
more,
overly worried. But
you should be more concerned about Washington than you are what's going on with the Rangers.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Listen, if you want to keep the show going, the best way to do is call it 718-395-7660. If not, see ya. H1Z1 time.
Here's our number. Call us maybe. You know?
Call us maybe. Call us. So the best thing about this show is you guys. Absolutely. The best thing about this show is you guys. I know you always, I don't know what to say, but sometimes if you don't have anything to say, it's still good. You'd be surprised. So I'd love to hear from you guys more often. You are the show, and nothing blows me away to see the stuff that I had nothing to do with. You guys have relationships outside the show. I see you talking on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. That's a mind blow to me. But I mean,
we're making love connections.
Yeah,
now,
yeah. And then making love. That's, you know what? I think that's what started kind of reminding me of those. I'm feeling very lovey-dovey. Maybe it's I don't even sound like myself. No, I guess their relationship, Terry and Patrick, it got me thinking. Well, Brandon talks to Deb, and Deb talks to Pure, and that's kind of a beautiful thing,
Interpersonal relationships between humans is always a nice thing.
I don't know.
And when you can be the fulcrum for that, it's even nicer. It's nice that this has become a hub of a community.
Yeah. It's small. I'm gonna act like
it's small, but hey, fuck it, who cares? It's our small hub.
It's our small hub. It's our small hub. So I do. I really hope you guys do that, especially on Sundays when we really need the calls. Cats. They fall out of first place last night. In Florida, what a turnaround. I mean, people are talking about throwing away the season in November. They are now 12 and 4. 1 point out of first place with the Canadians, who are slumping. Hell, they had to make a big trade to bring Scrivens in, send Zach Cassian, who likes to crash cars, to go crash cars somewhere else, fuckhead.
Somewhere else, get out of here.
You go crash your car somewhere else, not in Montreal. Zach Cassian?
That is not how we do it in
That's not how we do it, one. You kiss babies like P.K. Subban. You better kiss babies like P.K. Subban. That's right.
What is wrong with you? You don't drink the wine, you don't eat the cheese, and you crash the car.
You crash our car. You cannot crash our car. Patrick Wynn and East Philadelphia. East Philadelphia. Pat.
What's going on, guys?
I don't know. You tell me. You look silly in that picture. You know what that picture says to me? See that bus behind me? I'm gonna kill everybody in it.
It's Dead on Dave, the early years.
Sam Gagne cut. Sam Gagne is it? I'm imagining that's why you're calling.
No, it's not why I'm calling. I had a question for you.
Oh, don't give me.
Do you guys have a hockey bucket list, like something you'd want to see, like arena you want to go to before you kick?
How about a fight? I'll take a fight. A good fight. How about a fight? How about a mean game? How about a fucking incredible narrative? I will say this. Last week or so, things are changing, and I feel good about going to next season with the things really get going after the Winter Classic. We got the All-Star game coming up. There's been some cool things. That Shattenkirk thing sent a shock. We lost Patrick. I'll try to get him back on. That Shattenkirk save sent a shot of a hockey adrenaline in my ball sack.
I saw that.
That was. Oh, I wish I recorded.
I almost felt the erection.
Yes. I'll poke you with my boner. Ask my wife.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's try to get him back on. Let's try to get you both back on. And because I know he wants to talk. And I was actually happy that he did. And then we lost connection probably because he's calling from a wireless goddamn phone. Isn't that right? It's a wireless phone.
No, you lost me. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I know. No, he's probably, I thought you were just going to say yes.
Sorry. No, I'm going to call you out.
Good
job fucking up, Tommy.
You're the man making the show go. Let's get Patrick Quinn on the air. Let's ask, what's your bucket list? Buckethead?
Mine?
Yeah, Buckethead.
My bucket list is, it's closing this year, is to go to the Northlands Coliseum and see a Flames and Oilers game.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait
What?
the fuck a second. Did you put on a hoodie because I'm wearing a fucking hoodie?
Yeah, look at
No, I
Did
had
you
the
put on a hoodie because I'm wearing a goddamn
No,
hoodie?
I had the
Glenn,
hoodie.
people are going to get confused.
Yes.
Now, you're lucky they can't see you right now or it would get really confusing.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, I've had the hoodie on all day.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's trying
you're
to beat
funny.
me, Tom. He's taking my identity.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
kind of.
good.
There is kind of. Are you stealing the Dead on Dave look?
No, I am not stealing the Dead on Dave.
I don't
look.
know. I'm a little concerned
He's
about you
trying.
stealing the Dead on Dave look.
I'm telling you, man, if I got stricken with fucking cancer, you'd be like, holy shit.
I don't know if the Dead on Dave look is all that great because here I'm wearing your shirt, and my wife's like, I don't feel comfortable touching you with Dave's face on your chest.
I was just kind of hoping that one day you'd end up
What do you
making
mean? It's
love
a cool
with it
shirt.
on. How good would that be?
Yes, but Dave is on your chest. I don't want to kiss Dave. And then she starts telling me how unsexy it is. I'm like, what, are you saying Dave's unsexy?
You
I was
know,
like, no, I
Andy,
just don't want to touch you with Dave on your chest.
you know what? I'm a little perturbed by that. I
you
thought it
really?
would help your game a little bit, if anything. But fuck,
Well, I don't know.
walk around with me on your chest.
Yeah, I
mean,
know that's not a really good thing. I don't know. Walk around well, hey, look, you know.
Well,
Dead
no
on-
accounting for
all
taste,
right.
Andy.
We'll just sell it this way. The Dead on Dave shirt is really great, but it's probably not going to get you laid. You know.
No, it's not going to appeal to Andy's apparently. That's all right. But think of it this way. It's okay because she chose Tommy. So don't.
Also
Boom,
think
right
of-
the baby maker.
Doesn't Gun Cannon says doesn't Danny Heatley nearly crash his cars? No, he crashes cars and kills people.
Yes, he does.
He crashes cars and kills people. You got anything else, Patty?
Oh, you guys didn't answer my question besides the
No,
bucket
I didn't.
list.
He wasn't that good. But go. What was the
Yeah,
question
wasn't that
again?
good of a question.
What was the
No,
question?
well, it was. Do you guys have a team or like arena you want to go see two teams playing like rivals?
I want to go to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. I never shoot low.
I want to go Game 7, Stanley Cup Finals, Madison Square Garden, Rangers Hawks. How about that?
That would be nuts.
That's a good one.
That means we had a better season than you.
I'm okay with that because
Yeah.
we'll probably win.
Why do you want to win it? Yeah, well, you finally won one at home.
Yeah, I would say winning, seeing the Hawks win a Stanley Cup, but I've already seen
Oh,
that
God,
a
I
couple
would
of
blow
times.
you
over
up.
the last
That's,
few
that's
years.
my bucket list is to see the Flyers win a cup.
I think you
But
probably
How about a
will.
winning season? Go
Make
aim
the
low,
playoffs.
Patty.
Hey,
the-
we're turning the corner with all these young kids. I mean, you're seeing it in the junior championships.
Yeah. I just loaded the bomb. Just like there's a thing
Yeah,
I
I
have
know
to
you
pull.
did.
There's a thing I have to pull right before I do it. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. I'm just like, but no, make the playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you think about I'm hearing rumors. I had a guy from Philadelphia saying you're going to trade Giroux for Stamkos. What do you feel about that?
I hadn't heard that rumor.
Maybe I made it up. But what do you think about
I
that if
made
that
it
happens?
up.
Yeah.
I can speak from experience. Don't trade for Stamkos under any circumstances. It doesn't work.
Would
out.
you go with that move? Would you like that?
There'd have to be draft picks involved.
Ooh.
Oh, you want more for Stamkos? Well, yeah, I guess because he might boogie out of Philly.
You figure we still have all of our draft picks this year for the upcoming draft, and I don't want to get rid. I entrust Hextall with the draft.
You got to give this guy time. I don't think
It would be a 1-for-1, man. I don't see much else going in between. These are two big.
They're not giving away Giroux just to lose this guy over the summer, though.
No, you'd have to
Yeah,
sign him.
yeah.
That would have to be part of the deal. He'd have to sign an extension.
I don't know. I just can't think of anything. I just want to blow up fucking Pat because I can.
Oh, Bye, Patty.
Absolutely did nothing wrong, but I didn't care.
Oh, I mean, you can anticipate that he probably will.
Yeah,
do
yeah, that's those kind
Then
of
he
things.
didn't.
Like
It's kind
he
of
was like really good
disappointment.
call, and well, Pat usually makes good calls, but I just I haven't blown anybody up in a while. There you go.
There you go.
That's me. I'm a mean guy. Do mean things.
Mean people.
John Carlson from Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Ah,
Woodbridge. He missed his first game after 412 straight appearances as a defenseman for the Capitals. The Capitals.
Iron.
Woodbridge. That's
It
where
just
I'm
makes
from.
you happy saying
Yeah, it
doesn't
does. Like Johnny Hockey, he lives in East Philadelphia or Cherry Hill or whatever. But John Carlson is from the same goddamn town as me.
Oh, Woodbridge.
Wish I'd have known. I'd have hung around his family. Been nice to them.
Right.
Watched their
Get
car.
good Christmas presents.
Get them Christmas present. Watch their car. Kid's going to the NHL. I can't believe someone. I really, really, really believe that it was us jackasses playing so much hockey, destroying every tennis court in the area that encouraged them to build a rink in 2004, and then we get a National Hockey League player after that. I think it was me. It was me, John Chisholm, Chris Kleban, his brother, and a bunch of other dorks that ended up doing heroin.
There's a bunch of guys with names in there that had to have gotten beaten up a lot.
No.
Holy God. Chisholm?
They were up.
Chisholm might have a field day with that.
Chisholm. His name was Chisholm. You believe
That's
that?
too good.
Well, we started calling him John Chisholm, and he kind of liked it. It's tough to goof with a guy when
he just kind of accepts it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm the Chisholm.
I am John Chisholm. You know?
Yeah. Oh boy. I really would love to try to get the whole team on tomorrow. That would be fucking beautiful, but I don't think Frenchie Ben can make it. He's going with his dad. So we're going to try to do a big goodbye. I don't think I'm going to do Thursday. That doesn't seem reasonable, does it?
No, I will be doing a partay over at my channels. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I bought a bunch of alcohol.
Nice.
I bought a 24 pack of those little fucking shots, those little tiny little fruit shots.
That's
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That's super cool.
And my wife's like, she's putting tequila in it. She was like, I want to make mojitos. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, fuck it. Maybe I'll get laid.
Sounds fine. Get laid.
Tampa Bay Lightning signs a consent form first, of course.
I'm sorry. I got that all fucking put. Tampa Bay Lightning owner Jeff Vinik, Vinik, I don't know, assured a new contract to Steven Stamkos. Whenever they say that, it doesn't work, does it?
Yeah. I assure you a new contract. And Stamkos is like, I ain't assuring I'm going to sign it.
Yeah. I'll hand him one. I don't know if he's going to sign the shit. I assured you a contract. I handed him one. He told me to go fuck.
Don't want to go fuck. What do you want me to do?
What do you want from me?
Yeah, forge it. I mean,
that's really going to hurt that franchise, man. They were building something over there.
Shit, I don't know how much it's going to actually hurt them.
Really?
I don't know how restricted free agency works and everything, but I think he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, or I can't remember.
No, he's not old enough. He got to be like 28 at least, right?
That means he's going to be a restricted free agent. That means they're going to have to give up something for him, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
You know, so they're going to get something in return. He's not having a good year.
Do you get the feeling
Tampa's not playing?
Do you get the feeling he's tanking on purpose?
I don't know.
I know that's conspiracy theory horse shit, but it's crossed my mind. It's like the other thing that nobody's talking about. Is this the same broad with the Vanderkane? You know, that's the other thing that's crossed my mind.
I think he's better. He's still leading the team in scoring. I mean, so he's not tanking that fucking hard, you know. So I mean,
they're not setting the world on fire over there.
Took a giant step back. No one's playing around him. No one's getting him the puck. I mean, I don't know.
Inside a fucking playoff spot, dude. Look at him.
Barely.
Only two, barely. But New Jersey kind of dropped out of it. Ottawa's been playing a lot better. There's another team we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
No Hamburglar. Even without the Hamburglar, there's some talent on that team. Stone and Jad.
And Tampa's gonna have to leapfrog them. They're gonna have Boston's right there. They kind of after a really hot start, they've kind of dropped back up. But you got to figure they're gonna get back going. I think they're gonna make a move at the deadline.
God,
is that Boston's just one of those teams that don't want to let go? So I could see them making a move that no one's really expecting them to make.
12 losses this year, Boston. They ain't playing too bad at all.
No, 42 points. Puts them in the 5 or 6 spot right now. I can't.
Only 4 RT losses too, and that's easily they can't win a shootout at gunpoint.
Puts them in 7th spot. So Tampa's out of a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, just one, just by 2. But I mean, it's a team who went the Eastern Conference Final. You expect more.
Yeah.
In the Central, absolutely. You got Dallas fucking set. They've only lost 7. This is one of the best teams in hockey. They only lost 7 games all year.
Dallas is doing in the Western Conference what fucking Washington is doing in the East.
We knew this was going to happen. We knew this team was too talented. We knew they were going to be an elite.
I didn't know they'd be this good.
I did. I think they're
this good.
Yes.
I mean,
well, not this soon. Not necessarily this year.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to come back to the elite class of the NHL teams. The most exciting team in hockey, I think, is the St. Louis Blues. They have just so many
of their heart attack tendencies. Sure.
Yeah. Well, they had that game with Chicago, and then they do have the heart attack thing going on, and they're getting a lot of fights, and I don't know. If you want to watch a hockey
Dallas,
game.
they're scoring so much. I mean, it's 129 goals, man. It's a lot.
Let's talk about your Blackhawks there. I mean, admittedly, they're in a real tough division. But they're right now in a playoff spot. In a wild card spot.
They're in and out. They play some really good hockey for a couple games, then they lose some close ones, and then they get it back together. I'm not overly worried about the Blackhawks, mainly because nobody's playing in the Pacific, so they're okay. So
yeah,
it's all right. They're 2 points behind the Pacific Division leader right now. So I mean, they're not really too worried about their spot.
Kings turning it around. Kings really making it. They don't seem to be losing. It's only 11 losses, 2-0 22-11. I'll take that. I'll take that. But leading the race. I was not
expecting that. I think I left them out of the playoffs.
And then you also love the Washington Capitals. Probably.
I've been loving on them for the last 2 years, and I've really loved on Barry Trotz. I will continue.
I believe in him. Ovi believes, and that's probably what's the most important.
That's the most important thing.
How much do you think that has to do with him turning 30?
I think it has something to do with it, but I also think I would not be shocked if that was part of Trotz's, little come to Jesus meeting. Yeah. Like, look, man, you're not a kid no more. You notice I'm not calling you kid. You're Ovi now. You're 30. Let's get this shit together.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. I don't know. That's what we keep saying that in my H1Z1 group. When people shoot each other, we go, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Right. If you're playing the how many times will Tommy reference H1Z1 drinking game, take a shot.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. Shout out to B-Star and McKenzie, K, and Mecca the Patriarch.
Ray and all them.
Ray and JJ. It was so funny when you were telling me the Tommy NC story. It was probably around this time last year. Yeah, well, he got kicked out of FCFUW, fucking video game thing, because he was giving shout-outs to Ray and JJ. And
Tommy, you can't shout everybody out.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. Imagine, that really, that stupid little interview with Tommy NC. It was the beginning of a downward spiral. Not for us. But
for the previous community, sure. Mm-hmm. It was interesting.
That really kind of set things off.
Ended shit.
It's when I started to realize I'm not taking shit from anybody.
Right.
Fuck that guy. Giving shout outs to Ray and JJ. Who cares? Blow them up. Do what I do.
Fucking 27 people are watching. You think they give a fuck? Come on.
Ray and JJ. Calm
down.
Yes.
It's a video game wrestling program you had going on. Come on. Calm down.
Yeah.
Good times.
I should suspend you.
Yeah, go ahead. you have a couple good shows out of the kids, and you think you can get rid of the big man? You can do what you want to do. As Papa say, do what you're big enough, partner. I'm about to hit 1,700 subs.
And on that note, last night in the National Hockey League, Caps, they take it to Buffalo 2-0 bid. No big surprise there. But the Montreal Canadiens, they were in Tampa Bay, and they get it done in the shootout. New York Rangers.
There's a win for them. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Tampa gets a point out of it, but I mean, you got to beat the big teams if you want to play in the big game. You know what I mean?
talking about Montreal.
Well, they're up and down too. They're gonna pull out. They're just going through a slump. They're gonna be fine. New York Rangers, not as sure about. They were never in this game. I watched a little of it. Nashville beats them 5-3. Nashville holding down a wild card spot, and if the Rangers keep it up, so will they. That's the way I see it. Detroit Red Wings, they get beat by the Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars 3-1. Los Angeles Kings, they take it to the Knuckleheads, who I no longer believe in, 5-0.
Picked up that fucking
What happened to that? My last annoying? Go somewhere else, you fucking cock. How about that? Hey, douchebag. Of course my last annoying. That's like my whole thing. Yeah. I'm gonna make a big thing. Here, I'm gonna help you out. Dakota Turner. Here we go. You put your hand in the air like this. Now put a mouse in it. Upper right hand corner. Click. Problem solved, douchebag.
Problem solved. Hey, The C in Tommy C stands for cackle. So
Yeah,
fuck off.
there you go. Fuck off. Jerk off. I don't care. Why don't you write YouTube? Tell him to give me other. Wings are good, you fag.
Flag him for his laugh.
Wings are good. Suck dick. Where'd you come up with all your things? When are these idiots gonna actually call me? You don't got no balls.
Gutless.
Fag.
Spineless.
Fag. Oh,
Ballless. Nothing in their big.
fag. Nothing. Call in, you little prick.
Empty
Fucking
sack.
on your face. Me sucking my dick at the end of it. It's that fucking guy. What was his name? Rick the Dick. Speaking of dicks, what happened to him, Dave? When he fucking tried to be a tough guy about the goddamn.
God.
Yeah. When he tried to be a tough guy about me bitching about tanking.
Got owned.
Click,
Got his face
click, click.
mushed.
See, that's just a warm up to what's going to happen if you call in. Because you're a bitch. You're my bitch. Got that? 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boston Bruins, they host the Ottawa Senators. Canes, they're in New Jersey. New York Islanders, they're in Toronto, I'm sure, to beat the Leafs. Dallas Stars, they take on the fledgling Columbus Blue Jackets. Debbie and me had a discussion today. They're talking about, like, Torts is not the right guy for the job over there. Look, you got to give him more time. Saad, Johansson, they weren't doing crap before Torts got there. I think Torts needs a year with this team, and I think what he's doing now, he's making noise in the media so he can get the players in that he likes. Would you agree with me, Den on Dave?
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
No
Then there you
question.
go.
Look, you can't bring Torts in the way that they did and expect him to turn it around with the talent that they had, knowing that it is not going to fit his system. He's going to keep who he can, and he's going to build a team around that's going to fit what he wants to do next year. Columbus is going to be a bounce-back team next year. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, it's just not. And I got to be honest with you, I really don't. I always have a problem with Tortorella taking it to the media, but I don't have a problem with him calling out veterans like Scott Hartnell.
No.
You know, that I don't have a problem. I'll never have a problem with that. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Habs, they're in Florida to take on the Cats. Take them seriously. Winner of that one will take first place. Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Nashville, they take on the very exciting St. Louis Blues. That's also 8 o'clock. Wings against the Winnipeg Jets. God, I wish the Jets were playing better. I do love that team so much. Sounds like they're going to trade everybody over there. That's all the rumors.
Yeah, it might be a fire sale.
Land, that sucks. I think it's just, I wonder about that market. Let's put teams back in markets that they failed in before. I don't know. You know, I mean, I look, nothing but love for the Winnipeg fans. But do you have enough money to support a hockey team? I don't know. You can't get good players, like, get rid of them. I don't know.
They don't even have cars in Winnipeg. You have to walk and dog sled the fucking games. Come on. Not easy.
Ducks, they take on the Flames. Go Flames, go. Turn the season around. It's not too late. Los Angeles Canes, they're in Edmonton to take on the Oilers. Oilers can be a pain in the ass. Take them seriously.
They are a little bit of a pain in the ass.
They're a pain in the ass.
They're plucky.
Plucky! 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Chicago Blackhawks, they're in Arizona. Take on Max Domi. Another exciting hockey team. Arizona Coyotes. You know what you're getting with Chicago, with the Taves and the Canes. And when's Duncan Keith coming back? That's got to be
He is back.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been back. Unless he got hurt again.
I don't know.
No,
I haven't watched you guys.
now. A couple of weeks, actually.
Watching the Blues. Can't watch all the games. Yeah. That's not St. Louis Blues. The Blues. What was that guy's name? Dakota? Wasn't that the name of a child star? Yeah. Come in, I'll own your face. You bitch. Oh, fuck you up.
Fuck you.
The Wings. When was the last time the Wings were good? Been a long time. A long time. Every time they get to the playoffs, somebody says, get out of my crease! I'll own your face. You're a bitch in your mind. Nice to meet you.